All right, let's talk about meta ads. It's one of the most powerful advertising tools on the planet, but let's be honest, it can also feel a little overwhelming. So, in this explainer, we're going to demystify the whole thing and give you a clear, simple playbook for success.
So let's kick things off with a really important question. See, on a search engine, people are already searching for you, right? But what about all those potential customers out there who would absolutely love what you offer, but they don't even know it yet? That is the exact problem meta ads were designed to solve.
And this slide right here, it just nails the difference. Think of Google Ads like you're fishing with a spear. You're capturing demand that's already there. Someone types in running shoes, and bam, there's your ad. But with meta ads, you're casting a giant net. You're actually creating demand by finding people who are into fitness and showing them your awesome running shoes while they're just scrolling. You're introducing a solution they didn't even know they were looking for. So what exactly are meta ads? Well, officially, they're paid ads on platforms like Facebook and Instagram. But here's the key. They go way beyond keywords. Instead of focusing on what people are searching for, they focus on who people are. Their interests, their behaviors, all of it. It's a huge shift from user intent to user identity. Now, how does Meta decide which ad you see? You might think it's just about who has the deepest pockets. But nope, it's way smarter than that. It's all about a formula. Of course, your bid is part of it, but Meta is also looking at the estimated action rate, basically how likely someone is to actually click or engage, and your overall ad quality. And this is huge because it means a super relevant, high-quality ad can actually beat a competitor with a bigger budget. It's about delivering value, not just spending cash. Okay, so we get the why and the how of the auction. Now, let's get into the where and the whats, as in, where do these ads actually live and what do they look like? Let's dive into the Meta ad ecosystem. Your ads can show up across 4 main areas. Facebook and Instagram, those are the heavy hitters, right? That's where most of the action is. Messenger is awesome for starting direct conversations, and the Audience Network is pretty cool. It basically lets your ads follow your audience onto a whole network of other mobile apps and websites, even after they've left Facebook or Instagram. And look at this. You have a whole creative toolkit to tell your story. A single powerful image can be a total scroll stopper. A video can show your product in action. A carousel ad lets you show off a bunch of different products or features all at one go. The format you choose isn't just about making things look pretty. It's about matching the medium to your message and your ultimate goal. So now we know about all the tools in our toolbox, the platforms, the formats, all that good stuff. It is time to draw up the blueprint, because great advertising isn't just about throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks. It's about strategy. And on Meta, that strategy always starts with one thing: your business. Meta is actually really clever about this. They've structured their entire campaign setup around a classic marketing funnel. Up top, you've got awareness, for people who've never heard of you. In the middle, there's consideration, for folks who know you but need a little nudge. And at the bottom, you have conversion, for people who are ready to buy or sign up. Here's the most powerful part. You just tell Meta your goal, and its algorithm literally goes to work to find the people who are most likely to help you get there. Launching a campaign is really just the beginning. The real magic happens when you start optimizing. Think of your campaign as a machine with these 7 big levers. You can tweak who you're targeting, you can test different images, you can change your budget, or even where your ads show up. You don't have to be a master of all of them on day one, but just knowing that you can pull these levers to get better results, well, that's the key to winning in the long run. And of all those levers we just looked at, one is more powerful than all the others put together. And that's your creative. Seriously, let that sink in. In a world of endless scrolling, your image or your video is everything. It's the one thing that can stop someone's thumb dead in its tracks, grab their attention, and get your point across in just a few seconds. If you get this part right, you are already halfway to the finish line. Okay, now we're getting to the heart of what makes Meta ads so ridiculously powerful. This is the real secret sauce. Let's talk about mastering your audience. We've touched on this, but it is so important that we have to say it again. You have to flip your thinking. With Meta, you don't start by asking, what are people searching for? You have to start by asking, who are the people I want to reach? It's an audience-first approach, and it changes absolutely everything. So how do you find these people? Well, you've got 4 incredible tools. You can target people based on their interests, like pages they follow, or even their actual behaviors. But the last 2 here, wow. These are the real game changers. Custom audiences let you upload your own email list to find your existing customers on Facebook. And then, with lookalike audiences, you can tell Meta to go find millions of brand new people who look and act just like your very best customers. This is where the platform's power really just blows you away. And here's a little pro tip that this slide shows off perfectly. You can actually target people who have shown an interest in your competitors. Think about it. If someone follows your biggest rival on Instagram, they are a perfect candidate for your business. Meta lets you jump right in there and introduce yourself. It's such a simple but incredibly powerful strategy. All right, let's bring it all home. We've seen how Meta ads work from the auction right down to the audience targeting. So what's the final verdict? Why is this platform so dominant, and how does it really stack up against the competition? So let's just lay it all out. What are the proven advantages? First off, the targeting is just on another level. Meta's audience intelligence is second to none. Second, the scale is just staggering. We're talking about reaching billions of people. This massive user base makes it the perfect laboratory for testing your creative, to see what really works. And finally, it's efficient. It can often be way more cost-effective than search, which makes it perfect for building a brand from scratch or drumming up new demand for one that's already established. This table really sums it all up perfectly. Google is for people with high intent. They're actively searching for something at the bottom of the funnel. You use keywords to find them, and it's amazing for getting immediate sales. Meta, on the other hand, is for discovery. You're finding people all across the funnel, targeting them with audiences, and creative is king. It's perfect for building awareness and nurturing people over time. See? They aren't really competitors, they're complementary tools for different jobs. So, let's end on this thought. With billions of people scrolling through their feeds every single day, your customers are on these platforms. That much is a certainty. The only question is, are you ready to go find them?